Hi guys, it's the Pretty Wolf. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome as well. And in today's video, I am coming back with the second session of my bridal makeup series. And in today's session, I am going to talk about complexion and how I apply them. So make sure if you haven't seen the first session, I talk about eyeshadow for a bride. So make sure to watch that as well. And I'm going to link the description down below so that it's easy for you guys to just click on it and it will take you to the actual video. I can't wait to show you guys the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's get started. So now let's go ahead and put the complexion. So the complexion is, you want to use a primer, foundation, highlighting and contouring. So for the primer, I'm going to use the Too Faced Proactive Nourishing Hangover RX. So this one. So I'm going to put this much on my face and just kind of blend it. Make sure with the complexion you warm everything also before you apply on the skin, which is I did. And the way how I apply any cream or any liquid on the face is I actually just kind of start spreading it on my skin, and I like to press it after. And I do this. This is really helpful for the primer to settle in and to give you that nice blending after that. And then let's go ahead and apply a contouring. So this is something that you don't see a lot in terms of day-by-day makeup, but in a bridal makeup you want to have a subtle and soft polish contour. So I'm going to use the NYX Cream Highlight and Contour Palette. This is how it looks like, and I'm going to use this dark shade to apply my contour. Okay, now the reason why I apply a contour before my foundation is, like again I said, I want a subtle application. Okay, so let's find the brush, which is I don't have, so I gotta find it. Where is it? Right here, guys. It's right here. So this one is from Kuo. I get this as a set. It's liquid multitasker, that's what it says, but I like to use this as my contour shade. So I'm going to just dip into that shade. And by the way guys, I'm in shade medium. And the reason why we do this under foundation is because, did I say that already? I think I did. Because you want a softer look. You don't want a harsh contour because you want that soft. So just want to focus a little bit more here. And also be sure to apply enough shade or enough product in there because your foundation is going to cover that later. So what I'm gonna do is just focus on my cheekbone right here, so you can see that, and then start building after. Now I also wanna do it on my jawline to give it a little bit more shape. Like I said, don't be scared for now. It's gonna look weird, but it will pay off, guys. If you are not comfortable doing this, then I think you need to practice, but you can also use a powder. Then I'm gonna do a little bit on my forehead, just like that. Now it's time to apply the foundation. As you can see, that's what I did. I have a powder contour, a cream contour right there. Okay, so for the foundation, when you're trying to choose a foundation, please consider the temperature. If you're somewhere really hot, you want to make sure you have that foundation that suits on that kind of weather. Of course, the skin type of your client should also come first as an important. You want to make sure that you are applying the right product. So if she is oily, combination dry, or she don't know, it's kind of all mixed, just get the all skin type. Just make sure you have a really good primer. For the foundation that I'm going to use, this one is trusted. I have been using this a lot. I've used this to brides and it's amazing. It's the best foundation that I have ever worked on and I have ever tried, and I always want this on my kit. This one is, of course, you know guys, a double wear foundation from Estee Lauder, and I'm going to actually mix these two shades right now. My skin tone is really weird. It is the 2W2 Rattan and Cashew. I'm going to mix a little bit of rattan on the back of my finger, maybe just 1.5 pump, and then I'm also mixing with the cashew. I'm going to use my finger to do this. Okay, so always make sure on your kit as well that you have multiple shade of your foundation, because sometimes you don't know what is really like the skin tone of a bride, and you can mix, you know. So this one, I'm good. I'm going to apply this with my finger because I did use my finger to mix in that foundation. And just like that, I put my mirror here. Be careful not to touch the eye makeup that you have already done. So I'm going to use my beauty blender. And then when you try to go over into that cream contour, do not do this a lot. Do not wipe or do a stroking motion. You want to make sure that you are just trying to press it in the area so that your contour does not go anywhere, and it's just gonna stay in that area. Okay, as you can see guys, the theme or the thing that you really want to do when you're applying a wedding makeup is to just keep pressing the product on the skin, because that's what you want. You want the product to last longer, all day, as much as the bride is out. Okay, so as you can see, that contour that I did already is not showing up like the first time we use it. So that's good, but you could see that there is some shadow in there. Alright, and going into the forehead. Okay, so when you also apply a foundation, make sure that you cover the whole thing. Like, you know, this area here, the hairline, it should be all the same color. And just a little bit, be careful around the nose area when you apply, that you don't touch the eyeshadow. Okay, just blend it a little bit right here onto the neck. And then of course, when choosing a foundation, you want to ask your client or the bride if she wants a full coverage foundation, a natural, or a medium coverage. This double wear foundation is definitely a full coverage. Make sure to have all that coverage in your kit as well, or if you're doing your own makeup as a bride. Okay, I'm going to use this flat brush to go over around the nose area. Okay, so this is when you wanna step back again, stop, and look at where else you want it to cover. So in this case, nose area is very, very important. Okay, then press. Okay, and in this area as well, I wanted to mention to you that here and some of the forehead, sometimes it is not even, so you want to have an extra coverage there. And these are the area that moves a lot, so it's the expression line that moves a lot, so you want to make sure that you press the product in there. Okay, so right after I apply the layer of the foundation, I wanted to grab my Fix Plus, the charged water. I wanted to spray it to make your foundation set. If you don't have anything like this, if you don't have any MAC, you can use anything as long as it does set the makeup. It's going to help to become more soft and flawless. Okay, let's do it. Okay, and let that dry. Please do not open your eyes. Every time you do this, make sure that you let your bride know that just stay close and instruct them. Okay, now that I finished the Fix Plus, it's already dried up. I want to grab my beauty blender again before it completely dry. I'm going to just dab it into here, just tiny bit of foundation in there. Press it in again into the area where you need a little more full coverage. So that's the secret. You just want to grab You want to set it and then grab your foundation again and apply. So as you see that, guys, that is looking really nice. I do love the finish of this foundation as always. So that's everything with the foundation. And now the next thing that I wanted to apply is concealer, and the concealer I'm using is the Tarte Shape Tape in shade Light Neutral. Now this is 2 shades lighter than my foundation. It's just because I wanted that nice kind of bright under eye, especially with the bride. I want to focus just like that, and then into the side. So when you already done the eye makeup of the bride, you don't want to place the concealer really close to the lower lash line, because when you try to blend that, the concealer might stick to your eyeshadow and it's ruining your makeup. So you just want to have that space and use that space to blend the concealer later. So I'm going to do is press it here. Make sure that the product, you're pressing it just around the area where you put your concealer, and then start moving up closer to the lash line, and then press it around the nose, and that's it. So the same thing on these eyes, and then just bring it up a little higher. Careful with the side of this eyeshadow as well, and press around the nose. Okay, and that's it. And then I'm going to add some concealer onto the tip of my nose, like maybe here, and a little here. Also I'm gonna do on the chin, just tiny bit. This is gonna be our contouring and highlighting. Alright guys, as you can see, that start to make more sense. And if you feel like you touch, or you know, the eyeshadow there touch a little bit, grab your fluffy brush, your blending brush, and just kind of go through without any product, just to soften that foundation. Don't worry, it's not gonna ruin the work. It's just going to soften it up. Okay, and of course in this session, which is our second session, I am going to do my brow, so that when we come back for the third session, we are good to go with the blush, lipstick and highlighter, and of course the final touch. Okay, so for the brow today, I'm going to use my Anastasia Deep Brow Pomade in dark brown. I wanted to use a cream all the time. It doesn't matter, you know, it is a bridal or not, because I wanted a really clean finish. And with this kind of brow product, I can really control the shape and the lines of my brow. So I'm going to do that. And just start, brush the hair brow first. That's what you want, because you want it to see the actual shape of her brow. Because that's what you want to follow, that it will suit her face. So this is what I want to do. So I'm going to go straight right into the bottom, like the lower part, and building up. Just put a tiny bit of product in the brush, and then start shaping it. That's what you want. So I already see the shape of my brow, and now that's what I'm going to follow. I normally do apply the product in the middle first, and then I will start building and shading the brow in the middle. And then I'm also going to do it on the upper brow area now, and start shaping. And then that's when I know where my arch is, so it's over here. So as you can see guys, that's everything. I can see the shape now. Now what I wanted to do is just filling up that gap, and any shadow or any skin that's peeking through, I wanted to cover that completely. But I want to make sure that it's not so dark as well. Okay, and start extending into the tail. And as you can see, that's my brow, and that's all I want. See, that's super easy because I carve and I want to figure out the shape of my brow, and then that's it. I'm filling it out, and I'm going to do on the other side. Alright guys, so I finished the brow and that's everything for this second session. So I will be back on the third session. Thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe on my channel if you haven't yet. Also, don't forget to watch my next session. Thank you again, and I will see you on my next one. Bye guys!